This is the 2-liter all-wheel drive model. It's got a really big back seat, sport seats and sport cluster. Steering wheel's incredible. Full LED lighting. A brand new Q infotainment system. Pretty good power. So that's pretty nice. It feels good. It has a really, really natural throttle response, which is one of the most impressive features for this all-new CTS's integration of its various powertrains. So at this point, the CTS is, for 2014, going to offer a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine as the base configuration. And then one model up from that is of course, just the gasoline V6. And then the CTS V Sport, which is one rung below the forthcoming CTS V, runs a 420 horsepower, 3.6-liter twin turbocharged V6. And then, of course, that big next one. Is this one going? Where's my place? I don't know where I'm going. Sorry. Oh, and then, of course, the CTS V, which is not out yet. I mean, the old CTS V is still on the market, so the new one is not available yet, exactly. But you can see we've got the new active safety systems in the display. Let's focus on that a little bit. The display is a 12.3-inch TFT panel, which is very similar to what we're going to see on the next Escalade. And it's great. I mean, it's really, really, it's crystal clear and very responsive and programmable in terms of what information it can display, and then, and then its options for doing so. So we switched that. So I don't know if you can see that, but we're switching from oil life to battery voltage to cruise, turn signal, range, and then we've got just a little, just a little knob a digital knob that shows up there. So during this presentation just now, which was, we got to hear John Calabrese speak, and he is the Global Chief of Vehicle Engineering for General Motors. It was pretty exciting because General Motors has taken, this new set of vehicles from them is pretty incredible. I mean, starting with the Silverado and moving to the Impala and the new CTS, of course, in these Cadillac generation of cars, the new Silverado, and then lastly, the Corvette Stingray. I mean, these cars are all outstanding. I mean, at least twice as good as, from an outsider perspective, they seem at least twice as good to drive and feel twice as rigid, both in the chassis department and twice as well integrated in terms of the technology. So this is a pretty outstanding thing. So being able to hear John speak about that stuff was, or Mr. Calabrese, I guess you could say, is was very interesting because he's a very down-to-earth guy who has been with GM for almost his whole career. So for him to be so nimble and discussing the new design for Six Sigma type of strategy that GM's engineering and product teams are using, it really shows, a pretty big change for this company, at least from my perspective. So this is the 2014 Cadillac CTS 4. This is the CTS 4, which is what they call the all-wheel drive model. And it has the 2-liter 4-cylinder. I mean, this cabin feels really good. I'm really impressed. You guys should definitely go check it out. Okay, so this one is really, really loaded, but it comes in with a sticker price of, just a second, $62,945, and that includes the performance seats and cluster package, which is a $1,600 option, and then this